So Motorola has finally released the Motorola Edge 20, and alongside the Edge 20, the Edge 20 Fusion was also released. Now both devices are very nice 5G devices, and having in mind that the Motorola Edge 20 is a lot expensive than the Motorola Edge 20 Fusion. The Edge 20 has a price of about $500, while the Fusion costs half of that. Anyways, in this video, I'll be pointing out the key differences between both devices, and of course, I want you guys to share your thoughts in the comment section below, which one you think is better in your opinion. So let's dive into it. So one key difference between both devices is the refresh rate of the displays. Now, the Motorola Edge 20 and the Edge 20 Fusion has the same display size, which is 6.7 inches. They have the same OLED panel, but the Motorola Edge 20 has a 144 Hz refresh rate, while the Fusion has just a 90 Hz refresh rate. So as you can see, it's a lot higher than that of the Motorola Edge 20 Fusion. So that's basically the key difference between both displays. The Edge 20 has the Snapdragon 778 5G chip, while the Fusion has the Dimensity 800 5G chip. Now both chipsets are very powerful mid-range 5G chipsets used on many powerful mid-range devices, so I cannot actually say which one is better than the other because they are both very amazing chips. So let's just leave it like that. Another key difference between both devices is the camera. Fine, they both have triple camera setup, and of course they both have a 108 megapixel main sensor, but the Motorola Edge 20 has an 8 megapixel telephoto lens and a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera, while the Edge 20 Fusion has an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera and a 2 megapixel depth camera. The Edge 20 Fusion doesn't have a telephoto lens, while the Motorola Edge 20 seems to lack a depth camera. So as you can see, that's a key difference between both devices. Another difference between both devices is the battery. The Edge 20 Fusion has a much bigger battery than the Edge 20. It has a 5000 mAh battery, while the Edge 20 has a 4000 mAh battery. They both have the same 30 watts fast charging. So those are basically the key differences between both devices. While other features of both devices seems to be a little bit similar. Well, if to mention another key point here that I consider to be a little bit of a difference between both devices, it will be the memory. You see, the Motorola Edge 20 has 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage. There's another variant that is said to have 8GB RAM and 256GB internal storage, while the Fusion has 8GB and 6GB RAM variants. Both variants has just a 128GB internal storage. Now it seems like both devices doesn't support SD card slots, but I still haven't confirmed that yet. So I want you guys to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Which of the two devices do you think is better? Would you spend a lot more for the Motorola Edge 20, or you just spend a little and get your hands on the Edge 20 Fusion? Having in mind that both devices are 5G devices, and both devices have an insane 108 megapixel camera with little differences. So in my opinion, I would suggest that the Edge 20 Fusion is a go for. If you cannot afford the Edge 20, the Fusion is also a good option. Anyways, share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.